So the first step to correct your status would be, I would create something called a non-taxpayer affidavit, or even something called political status correction. Correct your name for the record. When your name was created on a birth certificate, they think they own this, so you have to learn how to create it in a private trust. The Social Security number is a trust. If you look it up, Social Security Trust Administration. It's a public administration. You have to learn how to create your private administration. So you can start with a church, or even a tribe. You can correct your status with a tribe, a church. It's called the Shahada with Muslims. I'm not sure what it's called with Jewish people, but they all undergo a status change. In the Christian community, it's called being baptized. So your baptismal certificate can be also correct your status, and you can use this to identify in the public. Everybody go to onlyfans.com/Don Kalam. That's onlyfans.com/Don Kalam. That's DonKilam. You can subscribe there and get access to Don Kalam University at donkalam.com. You can also follow me on the Instagram at DON_KILAM. Again, that's DON_KILAM. Much peace and love. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. We're about to drop some game. Y'all up late.
Recording in progress.
So check this out. Financial freedom. Your guide for private investors. Quit being consumers. Quit being consumers. Peace and love. Text private life to 480-573-4879. Again, text private life to 480-573-4879. Get the book, because we're going over this right now. Look how thick it is. It's thick. It's thick. I'm doing private meetings. I've been coming to you. Private meetings. Coming directly to you. I got another book too. This is for beginners. Because you're going to need your status corrected. We're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about it. Drop me on game today. You don't understand private banking. Understand private banking. Let's look it up. Let's look up private banking. Before we get started, I'm not a licensed attorney tax expert. I do this for educational and informational purposes only. Financial freedom, a guide for private investors, Don Kalam University. And I'm telling y'all right now, it's number one on all platforms. Number one new release in consumer law, business law. Get the book. Can't make this up. It's number one. Keep coming down. You're going to see all number ones. Securities law, consumer law. It's number one. It's number one. Go get the book. Consumer law, number one. It's number one for a reason. All right? Go get the book. That's what we're going over. So let's get straight to it, because I'm going to give y'all some game that's not actually in the book. All right? But let's look at the table of contents. The importance of GAAP as an investor versus disputing debt and facing charge-offs as a consumer. You face charge-offs as a consumer. You know? And that's just what it is. You face charge-offs as a consumer. And a charge-off, because I'm going to qualify my information. Charge-offs are considered income per the IRS. So canceled debt is taxable.
Canceled debt is taxable. Even if you don't receive a Form 1099-C, you must report canceled debt as gross income on your tax return. That's publication 4681, canceled debt and foreclosures. Foreclosures are considered income. This is why the books are all balanced. Understand this, because your credit was used. Credit was used. Government is based off full faith and credit. This is why y'all must understand how to become a private banker. A lot of y'all lost in the sauce. All right, let's see the definition of a private banker. Private bankers work with few clients, okay, to provide the focused and personalized service that private banking clients often demand. In some firms, private bankers focus on managing client portfolios while relationship managers handle other clients. As a private banker, that name that you use in the government, that's your only client. That's your only client. You think it's you. With private banking, it's dealing with investment advising and portfolio management services. Many private bankers oversee deposit and cash management services, credit and lending services, tax planning services, trust services, retirement products, and annuities and insurance products. You can't say you're a private banker if you don't understand how to act as an agent accordingly to deposit and cash management services. Credit and lending services, not understanding you're the agent. Tax planning services, not understanding you're the agent. Trust services, not understanding when you come into public, you are the trustee, you are the agent. And we talk about this in the book, Financial Freedom, a guide for private investors. This is your guide for private investors. Understand generally accepted accounting principles. All right. So, understanding, let's pull from the notes. I wrote some notes for you guys tonight. As a private banker, you have access to a high level of personalized services and tailored financial solutions for this client, okay? The client that you think is your name. Some people call it the straw man. Some people think it's them. But you gotta understand how to access the true benefits of being a private banker. And a lot of people's not. They're giving up these benefits. All right? A lot of people think that private banking only deals with high net worth individuals and families. And truthfully, it does. When you understand that the national debt, who owns the national debt? When you look at the national debt, I'm going to thebalancemoney.com. The United States, the Social Security Trust Fund owns a significant portion of the United States national debt. The debt held by the public right now is $24.5 trillion. So you got to understand, when dealing with the national debt, these are high-profile individuals. These are high-profile accounts. They're creating millions off the social. They're creating millions off these private accounts. Trillions. I shouldn't even say millions. It's billions and trillions. So you're already dealing with high-net-worth individuals. If you're considered a United States citizen in America, these accounts are dealing with high-net-worth individuals. When you look at people's credit scores, when you look at people's net worths, that's usually dealing with how much debt they're in, all right? And a lot of people don't understand that. When you understand that you're the private investor, when you understand that you're the principal investor, you have the opportunity to redirect these things, because you're directly investing in these companies when they go to an IPO, initial public offering. These are the investors are going to be the United States citizens. A lot of people don't understand that. So you got to learn how to claim that citizenship from a corporation standpoint like they do. So you can control and direct your investments, all right? You can control and direct these securities. So instead of coming in consumer law, what you're going to want to look at is Securities Act of 1933, the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, because this is dealing with the securities, the transparency of the securities, the fairness of the securities, the accountability in the financial markets, understand the regulatory bodies that govern these securities. And one that's given to us right away should come to mind is the Securities Exchange Commission, but also the Federal Trade Commission. Even though these are in the public, they're overseeing these public securities that were created in the private, but they become to the public with that government name that you're utilizing. Because when you understand the law, 28 U.S.C. 2002, understand that all debt belongs to the United States person. When you claim you're a person, you're claiming this public name, it belongs to the United States. So we're invoking public regulatory bodies to capture the things that were done in a private behind our back and then brought to the public. And that's why it works. That's why these things go hand in hand unless you're just going to do a private audit. Which you can, but these securities are in the public, they're in a public marketplace because this is how they're getting paid from the Social Security trust account. All right. Now, when you want to audit accounts per the SEC and the IRS regulations, this involves ensuring compliance with the generally accepted accounting principles and specific reporting requirements set forth by these regulatory bodies. It is important to maintain accurate financial records in which they have to follow accounting standards and adhere to tax regulations, or they are going to be faced with penalties and legal consequences. Consulting with a financial professional or auditor can help ensure that your accounts are properly audited and in compliance with the SEC and the IRS. If you don't know what you're doing, please deal with a professional. All right. I don't want to get too deep on things, but yes, you can create your own private securities. That's what's going on when you're filling out these applications, when you're filling out these public forms, you're volunteering information and allowing them to create private securities, which involves structuring and issuing securities that are not offered to the general public, but rather to a select group of investors. All right, you're the main investor, though. They create their legal structures correctly. All right. Now, there is something I want to bring up because when you're preparing documents for offering, let me see if I can find it. And I don't have this in my notes, but I want to bring it up. Let's see if I can find. It's part of your prospectus. Okay. I talk about this in a book about prospectuses. I'm not finding a lot. It's a disclosure document, often referred to as a private placement memo, and this includes a summary of the offering terms, risks associated with the investment, and a full description of the issuing company. This is going over the summary prospectus, and then they have something called a private placement memo. A private placement memo. I'm not seeing too much on it right now at this moment, but this is just something that I know when dealing with something I know about when dealing with issuing your own securities. You got to have prospectus or something called a PPM, which is a private placement memorandum, and this is an offer circulating or outlining the terms and conditions of the securities that are being offered. So you have a right to collect these things. You have the right to see these things on every account that you touch. And the reason being, you got to understand these things. You have to understand you have to understand the securitization process. It's called ABS, it's asset-backed securities. I talk about them in this book right here, Financial Freedom. A guide for private investors. Financial freedom. I talk about these things. Now, there's rules they have to adhere to when creating securities. You got to understand, y'all talk about these UCC1s, but y'all not securitizing anything. A UCC1 is a public forum. You're trying to securitize an agreement in the public and put a lien on a note or a lien on something. That's what a security agreement is for, is evidence for a lien. Now, securities do have to, if they're in the public, they have to go in compliance with the Securities Act of 1933, Regulation D, all right? But when you're claiming your proceeds, the proceeds come when things get securitized. So let me see if I can find these examples, because I want to tell y'all the right stuff, man. I'm going to tell y'all verbatim from like definition, so I'll just have to take my word for it. So we got NBSs, we got ABSs. ABS is an asset-backed security, and these are financial securities backed by income-generating assets such as credit card receivables, home equity loans, student loans, and auto loans. MBS are mortgage-backed securities. So, every car note, student loan, auto loans are a form of an asset-backed security. The cash flows of an auto loan, ABS, include monthly interest payments, principal payments, and prepayments So you gotta understand monthly interest payments, principal payments, and prepayments. Same way with credit card receivables. If you're paying a credit card, this is getting securitized. You are the principal investor. Understand this. You're one of the principal investors. And this is what you got to understand. There's a difference between an investor and a consumer. These are two totally different words. An investor invests for a return. A consumer is a user. So you need to understand the consumer is the one that's in debt and part of the individual on the lowest totem pole. Student loans, ABSs, can be collateralized by either government student loans guaranteed by the U.S. Department of Education or private student loans. Asset backing refers to the total value of a company's shares in relation to its assets. Specifically, it refers to the total value of all assets that a company has divided by the number of outstanding shares that the company has issued. In terms of investments, asset backing refers to a security with value deriving from a single asset or a pool of assets. These holdings act as a collateral for the security, backing it in full effect. And I talk about SPVs in this book, Special Purpose Vehicles. And I want y'all to understand this. They create these special purpose vehicles. And what they're making you is a foreign investor. You're a private foreign investor when they create these special purpose vehicles. I'm going to get to that too. So, a special purpose vehicle, also called a special purpose entity, is a subsidiary created by a parent company to isolate financial risk. Its legal status as a separate company makes its obligations secure even if the parent company goes bankrupt, just like the United States. The United States is the parent company. Your name was created. And for this reason, a special purpose vehicle is sometimes called a bankruptcy remote entity. Your name as the foreign investor is the bankruptcy remote entity when you understand who owns the United States national debt. You are considered a foreign investor. The public owns. I cannot make this up. The public owns the United States national debt. The Social Security Trust Fund owns a significant portion of the U.S. national debt. All the trust can do is invest, okay? All the trust can do is hold. That's it. So with that being stated, let me get straight to it. Because when you update your status correctly, you become a private banker. Those not engaged are a foreign estate pursuant to 26 U.S.C. 7701A31.
We'll be back after a quick break.
There's no such thing to practice law. It's called a bar card or a British Accredited Registry card. They take an oath to uphold rules to the crown, which is in Britain. So there's no such thing as licensed practice law. If you look up Abraham Lincoln, he was a lawyer. He wasn't an attorney. So attorneys might have to be licensed, but there's no such thing as a licensed lawyer. Again, it's called a British Credit Registry. It's part of a membership. It's like a fraternity, like the Freemasons or any other private club or community that you'd be part of, that you have to show your private membership. And this is what they do. Everybody go to onlyfans.com/Don Kalam. That's onlyfans.com/Don Kalam. That's DonKilam. You can subscribe there and get access to Don Kalam University at donkalam.com. You can also follow me on the Instagram at DON_KILAM. Again, that's DON_KILAM. Much peace and love.
When you update your status correctly, no one can sell, exchange, buy, invest, or reinvest any assets or property, whether by possession and or ownership, which may have income production or non-income production assets and properties. Open, maintain, or close bank accounts with express provision for demand deposit, checks, custodial accounts, term deposits, savings accounts, and certificates of deposit, brokerage accounts, and other similar accounts with depository and financial institutions. The bonds, the securities. When you're a private banker, when you understand this, how to make your name, how to correct your status on the private side, no one but you will be able to perform any act necessary to deposit, negotiate, sell, transfer, and exchange any legal and or lawful obligation in the style of a note, security, bond, stock, share of the Treasury of the United States of America and all treasuries of every United Nation member states and all foreign governments and the political subdivisions. Because that's what's going on. No one can ever exercise your stock rights. Because that's what's going on. The certificate, the birth certificate gives you rights. This is why you have to learn how to create your own identity documents, your own tribal birth certificate, your own patents and nativity. You know, a certificate means title of ownership. Maintain or operate any business, personal property, and ownership interest of, with, for, or by principal. I understand, knows the principals, knows the agent, knows the agents, knows the principal. You are the true principal. You got to understand this. But you got to learn how to transfer the principal's assets to the trustee of any style of Social trust, the Social Security trust, or foreign situs trust, whether it be deed of trust, express trust, irrevocable trust, revocable trust, or any other legal and or lawful creation by principal, whether or not such trust is in existence at the time of such transfer. That's what this whole status correction is about. Learning how to resign all the agents and agencies. Understanding that you are the agent on behalf of this government name. That's not you. You're acting as an agent. So, first order of business is understanding the trust. It's a Social Security trust. It's a Social Security trust. So learn how to quit coming at it as an individual. Learn how to create your pass-through entities, because that's what they do in the public. United States means federal corporation. When you understand this, they're not going to pay attention to you unless you're a corporation or a pass-through entity. These are the only people that they can talk to. You know, public and private don't mix. They can't deal with the real fact versus fiction. So United States means a federal corporation, so they're going to pay attention to corporations. You got to understand how to act on behalf of a corporation. A person is a corporation. And I'm speaking from 28 U.S.C. 3002, all right? When you're going in there, you're a consumer. You're talking about debt. Debt belongs to consumers. Consumers belong to the United States because only a person can be a consumer. Debt means an amount that's owed to the United States. United States means federal corporation. When you go to court, if it's not created by Congress, it's a tax issue. 28 U.S.C. 2002, subsection 2. Court means any court created by the Congress of the United States, excluding the United States tax court. So if it's not created by Congress, it's a tax issue. We're going in there, you're talking about your disputed debt. A charge-off is still income, and it's going to the United States. The United States controls all debt. All debt belongs to the United States. So it's going to be taxed. It's a taxable event. That's not how we do it, all right? All debt belongs to the United States. As simple as that. Subsection 3, 28 USC 3002, subsection 3. I want y'all to see it so y'all can understand this. Quit being consumers. Only a consumer can have debt. Debt means an amount that's owed to the United States. If you're an investor, because y'all gonna understand, the Social Security Trust is it withholds from your check. It withholds your labor before you even get paid. So it's a form of a withholding agent. And y'all have to understand this. Y'all have to understand the difference between withholding agents, what's going on, and holding companies. And a lot of people are still lost in the sauce. Withholding agents, holding companies, they invest on behalf of the labor. They invest on behalf of the person, and they're authorized to do so. A debtor or a consumer is also a debtor. It means a person who's liable for a debt. So understand, I'm going to give y'all some game right now, 1041 NR. They got 1040 NRs, we got 1041 NRs. So Don Kalam saved my life. I want y'all to know, because a lot of y'all not going to see this. And a lot of y'all not going to be able to find these forms. It looks just like this. This is a real form. I want y'all to see it. Let me show y'all another form. So we're gonna utilize this one as well. I'm gonna break it down. We're not using the regular 1040s. All right. I'm giving y'all a bunch of game right now. I'm not gonna go through everything, but I'm gonna show y'all what we use. All right. Let me see. Yeah, this ain't what I'm looking for. I got one more form for you. I forgot to put one more form up. There it is. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. And last but not least, this is it. So these will put you in a different form of status. All right. You'll be claiming these securities. All right. As a foreigner, because you're foreign to these securities anyways. Everything's foreign to the United States corporation. Y'all gotta understand that the United States means federal corporation in this system, in this in the public market, put it like that. So you want to be an alien to the United States corporation. You want to be foreign to the United States corporation. You are foreign to the United States corporation. Because the United States corporation, regardless, it means DC. Let's see if I can find what I need to find. Okay, location of the debtor. Okay. Now let me see. So I want y'all to know Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 of the Constitution, not exceeding 10 miles square. That is the government. DC is 10 miles square. which provides that the district not exceeding 10 miles square will become the seat of the government of the United States. I want y'all to know that DC is only 10 miles square. So we'll start there. Now, we're looking at location of the debtor. A debtor is an individual who's located at the individual's principal residence. A debtor that is an organization and has only one place of business is located at its place of business. Now, I'm looking for the full location of the debtor is going to be Washington, D.C. The United States is located in the District of Columbia. So, I want y'all to understand this. This is their law, not mine. The United States, when it comes to the United States, when you're looking at these words and terms, the United States, let me show y'all, man. And anything outside of the District of Columbia, because if you're claiming that you're not foreign, if you're saying you're not foreign, you're domestic, then that's going to put you as the District of Columbia. The United States is located in the District of Columbia because this is their place of business.
We'll be back after a quick break.
In a world where the tax system can seem overwhelming, one book is here to guide you towards financial empowerment. Introducing The Capitalizing Namepreneur, Unleashing the Power of Tax Credits by best-selling author Don Kalam. Are you looking to demystify the complexities of taxes and harness the power of tax credits? The Capitalizing Namepreneur provides an understanding of effectively utilizing your tax credits. Discover the secrets behind setting up a tax firm, understanding the strawman name, protecting your assets, and navigating the implications of the Social Security Trust Fund. Don Kalam's expertise shines through every page. It's like having a personal financial advisor by your side. Get your copy of The Capitalizing Namepreneur today and unlock the power of tax credits to enhance your financial well-being. Order your copy now and take control of your tax strategies. The Capitalizing Namepreneur, Unleashing the Power of Tax Credits by Don Kalam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.
Location of foreign branch or agency if licensed in only one state. A branch or agency of a bank that is not organized under the law of the United States or a state is located in a state is considered foreign. So if you're not in the District of Columbia, it's foreign. That's their law, not mine. So, with that being stated, 1041 NR. That person, that individual person that you're utilizing, that you think is in your name, the straw man, you would file a 1040 NR. But y'all gotta understand, y'all gotta learn how to create your own corporations and pass through entities first. Schedule K1s for the beneficiaries. All right. You can make a trust a beneficiary. You can make the LLC a beneficiary. This is how you gotta maneuver anyways. Form 7004, application for automatic extension of time to file certain business income tax information, other returns. Especially when you start learning this stuff, you want to go back. Tell them you need additional time. See how far you can go back. Form 3520A, annual information return of a foreign trust with a U.S. owner. Your straw man is the owner. You can put your straw man as the owner. Simple as that. But you got to make sure the straw man is a business. Straw man is a business. Then we got the 1042S, foreign persons, U.S. source income subject to withholding. I'm telling you, we are seeing big returns. Big returns. We are definitely in the middle of this. I got students doing this right now, and this is what they're doing. This is the process. This has been the process for some time now, so it's definitely tested, tried, and true. All right? That's what I'm saying. We got a whole book out. You got to prove you're the investor. You're the investor. You're the foreign investor. You're the private investor. And you want to be foreign to the United States corporation. Because if you're not, you're going to get taxed. Simple as that. Understand the foreign trust. So first you're going to want to do is update your status correctly. I get a non-taxpayer affidavit. You know how to do it correctly. There is a private trust attached to it. Certificate of ownership of corporation or assumed name DBA. Certificate of ownership for unincorporated business and assumed name record or profession. The certificate of ownership properly executed is to be filed and recorded with the county clerk as provided by law. Get the book. What's number one? Go get the book. If you can't afford the book right now, go on Kindle. It's free. Go open up an Amazon account. Number one new release in consumer law. Quit using consumer law. Do this instead. Because these are the facts here. Private banker. You want to be a private banker when you're coming into this. Understand the asset-backed protection. Asset-backed security, mortgage-backed security. Understand what those are. Understand what a special purpose vehicle is, SPV. Understand the debt held by the public, the United States national debt. Understand that the Social Security Trust Fund. Understand that it's a true trust fund. Understand the definitions with 28 U.S.C. 2002. Understand what debt means. Understand what court means. If they don't have permission from Congress, it's a tax court. It's a tax issue. All debt belongs to the United States. You're claiming to be a person. That makes you a corporation. You keep claiming that name. That's a person. A person is definitely part of a United States federal corporation. That's United States property. If you claim you're a person, you're claiming this name, you're claiming that name is you, instead of using it as a pass-through entity like they are. They're using your name as a pass-through entity. You're using your name as a special purpose vehicle. So you gotta learn how to use your name as a special purpose vehicle too. That's not you. Quit claiming it's you. Learn how to create a holding company. Learn how to become learn how to become that name's withholding agent. All right? It's working for you. It's foreign. It's foreign to the United States. You're foreign to the United States because if you understood what the United States was, it's a federal corporation. The United States is a federal corporation and it's located in the District of Columbia, 10 miles square. That's their law, not mine. So that's how we're going to start that one off right there. Now, back to business, back to my notes. Now, when you start understanding these things, you're established. So now you're a private banker. You're established correctly. You're foreign to the United States government. You're foreign to the District of Columbia. Now we're talking. We're going to start hiring enrolled agents. We're going to start hiring special agents. Because that's what you do anyways. When you go to court, you're hiring special agents. It's in this book right here. We talk about special agents. Financial Freedom, a guide for private investors. We talk about it. Let me see if I can pull it up straight from the book. If you get the ebook, all you got to do is click the table of contents. Let's see here. What is a special purpose vehicle? What is a prospectus? I'm gonna go through this table of contents too before the end of the book. All right, types of investors. I found it. So on the table of contents, types of investors. What is a broker-dealer? What is an agent? So let's go to the agent. An agent in legal terminology is a person who has been legally empowered to act on behalf of another person or entity. An agent may be employed to represent a client in negotiations and other dealings with third parties. The agent may be given decision-making authority. Now, I'm going to keep going. We got general agents, but we got special agents. We have special agents. And special agents, a special agent has nothing to do with law enforcement. A special agent working on behalf of the Social Security Trust is dealing with securities. A special agent is a securities agent. Insurance agents are special agents. Travel agents are special agents. Real estate agents are special agents. They're able to create these notes that can be securitized later. So they're always dealing with securities. So special agents are securities agents. I'm going to let that simmer. I'm going to let that weigh on everybody's head. Give me a fire emoji. Give me a 100 if that makes sense. Everybody needs an agent. We need registered agents. But special agents are security agents. A real estate agent is a special agent. An insurance agent is a special agent. A travel agent is a special agent. We dropping that 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. right now. We dropping that early morning game. We got some fire emojis. We got some 100s. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I'm dropping this game for y'all. I want y'all to know what it is. I want y'all to know what's going on. Because I'm still getting a lot of kickback. I'm getting a lot of feedback. I'm getting a lot of hate. I'm getting a lot of love all at the same time. But I got haters talking about, consumer law helped me get out of this. Consumer law helped me do this. But did you get paid? Did you prove that you was an investor? Did you get your kickbacks? Because just because you got it off your credit report, that's a charge-off. Charge-offs are income. Somebody is still getting paid. Charge-offs are considered income. They still got insurance. The IRS clearly defines a charge-off as gross or ordinary income. Hold on. This is CFPB now. Cancel debts or income. There's somebody still getting paid. Somebody's still getting paid. Cancel debt topic number 431 on the IRS. Now, I want y'all to see this. We talk about status. This is that agent again, that agent word again. Enrolled agent status is the highest credential the IRS rewards. The IRS awards. Individuals, all right, enrolled agents like attorneys and certified public accountants have unlimited practicing rights. An individual can become an enrolled agent. They can show up for you on court because all court is tax issues. If it's not, they don't have permission from Congress to be in existence. Enrolled agent status is the highest credential the IRS awards. This is a form of a status, becoming an enrolled agent. All you need is a PTIN. A PTIN. Personal tax identification number. Look these things up. There's a reason. This book's number one. Go get it. Go leave reviews. Go get the book now. Go get the book now. Financial Freedom Guide for Private Investors by Don Kalam of Don Kalam University. This is what we do. This is why you want to tap in and get a private consult with your boy Don Kalam. Text Private Life to 480-573-4879. Again, text Private Life to 480-573-4879. Or just go directly to this Instagram page and subscribe. We're about to do everything in the private now. We're getting large amounts. A lot of people don't want to be in the public. We're getting a lot of people large amounts of their investments back. Going back 3 to 5 years. And I'm gonna keep going. Because here's the ways to do it. When there's no gatekeeping around here whatsoever. There's no gatekeeping. We don't gatekeep. But you do need to invest in your private education. You do need to invest in your private education. Simple as that. The ones who invest always go to the top. The ones that are ready to invest in a private education are going to be the ones who go to the top of our list because we're actually out here helping people. We're actually giving you the game. Not only are we going to help you get what's due to you, we're going to teach you how we did it. We're not going to keep it from you, And as simple as that. Now, with the 1099 INT, when you understand you're an investor, the form 1099 INT, because you got to understand credit, debit, 1099 INT is what is used to report interest income earned from asset-backed securities and mortgage-backed securities. I'm telling y'all right now, this is how you claim your interest. It starts with the IRS, If you receive interest payments, that's what these things are coming. You're getting these coupons every month. You got to understand the zero coupon bonds. People don't understand coupon payments. You think these are bills you're getting in the mail when these are like stipends or dividend checks. So when you receive these from these securities, these are payments from the securities. The issuer financial institution are supposed to provide you with a 1099 INT when you reach out to the bank manager. You reach out to the people that you're supposed to reach out to. All right, so you can claim the interest from these securities. Secondly, a 1099 DIV. When you receive dividend income, when you're receiving these incomes from asset-backed securities or mortgage-backed securities, you think they're bills every month, and they're not. These are coupon payments, zero coupon bonds. This is why you have to understand how to opt out the system as an individual and do it from a foreign investor standpoint, learning how to update your system, your political status as a private banker who are filling out 1040s, 1040s. But I mean, you can claim these on the 1040 aspect, but you're gonna get taxed from it. Regardless, you're gonna get taxed from it. But you can't claim this on the 1040. If you're gonna do it on 1040, you would do it under Schedule B. All right, from an ABS, you would report it as investment income. If that makes sense to everybody. He says, you're really intelligent. Thank you. When you look at the form, let me pull this form up. Okay, I want, because I am screen sharing from our private community. I want y'all to look at this form. Because, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I haven't brought this up to the public, but I want y'all to see it because this is the 1099 OID or 1099 INT process of a mortgage-backed security. We got the form 1066. That's from the REMIC, the Real Estate Mortgage Investment Conduit. All right, 1066. And then you got form 1098. This is the mortgage interest statement, form 1098. And the cover form is going to be form 1096, just like an INT, just like an OID process, because you're doing it like it's a zero coupon bond. You got to understand this. It's a little bit different with mortgages, a little bit more trickier, but I mean, that's what it is. Let me just show y'all. This is why it pays to invest with Don Kalam. If y'all see anybody talking about this, ain't nobody talking about this in the community. Don Kalam brought it to you first. I brought this to y'all years ago, but I barely bring this up. But this is the form. When you know that you're the private investor, when you know you're the private banker, this is the form you're going to want to file. You run it just like a 1099 INT. You do it just like a 1099 OID. It's called Form 1098. Mortgage interest statement. And a lot of people don't understand this. This is when you're coming as the private investor, a guide for private investors. I'm giving y'all $1 million worth of game right now. Is this making sense? Let me get a fire emoji. Let me get a 100 if it's making sense right now. I gotta know I'm doing my job. All right, we got fire emojis. 100s.
We'll be back after a quick break.
In a world where borders can limit opportunities, one book dares to challenge the norm and empower foreign nationals like never before. Introducing Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by best-selling author Don Kalam. Did you know there is a difference being a citizen and national? This is for foreign nationals seeking to expand their horizons. Do you dream of obtaining a diplomatic passport and the freedom it brings? Don Kalam reveals the secrets to unlocking diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Discover why you are already a foreign national, learn the steps to obtain a diplomatic passport, and explore how you can be recognized by numerous nations on your diplomatic journey. Most never knew they could have diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. This book is a game changer for anyone seeking freedom and recognition on the international stage. Get your copy of Can't Touch This today and embark on a journey towards diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Order your copy now and unlock the power of diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by Don Kalam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.
Okay. Kino Supreme fucking with it. Ace Alexander fucking with it. Goku L fucking with it. Let's go. 400 crib. Never enough. He Who Dares. Be Quick Money. Biz Trips. Let's go. Biz Tips. My bad. I said Biz Trips. Real One Vision. You know. Fucking with it. I'm glad y'all following along. Y'all up late night, early morning, wherever you may be at, man. It's 4 o'clock on the East Coast. Y'all want to tap in, text Private Life to 480-573-4879. Y'all want to book a consult? That's what it is. Consult starting at $1,000. I'm going to take you to the promised land, man. That's what I do. I'm going to take you to the finish line. Because once we get done, if you really tapped in, you understand this, you're only going to know which direction we about to go. It ain't nothing but up from here, you know? Once you get tapped in, we taking stuff from the back end. You know what I mean? We taking the funds from the back end. Once you get tapped in, we taking funds from the back end because everybody's due something. You look at the public debt, you understand what's going on? You understand what's going on? There's trillions of dollars out there for you. Trillions of dollars out there for you, but you got to invest in your prosperity first. You got to invest in it. You can get nothing that's advice for nothing. You're not going to find this information value until you invest in it. Nothing ever good in life comes to you. In order to make money, it takes money. And that's just simple. As simple as that, you know? There's a few things we got to put in place to put you as the private investor. There's things we have to put in place to prove who you are. Get your status updated on the record. And to really, it's a mindset. So it's more than us just doing the paperwork, getting you together, because I can get all this stuff to you and you're still not going to understand. You want to know what's going on. Because if you don't gain clarity, you're not building a solid foundation, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I just helped somebody. He was so scared. He had $280,000 in an account just sitting there that the government gave him, but he was just so scared he wasn't established correctly, you know? But it was in a trust account. So I was like, don't be scared. If you need me to go get it, I go get it. Sign it over to me. Sign over the power of attorney to me. We can go get it. You know what I mean? But we got it out. The 1040 NR, the 1040 NR, 1041 NR, non-resident aliens, understand that. 1042. So look, let me just break it down. When you understand withholding agents and tax withheld as a foreigner, that's when the 1042S comes into play. All right, we're not even going to get deep on that. But this is how you should be getting refunds. When you're getting refunds, you should get it through a foreign withholding agent. I'm just going to put it like that. You should be getting refunds through a foreign withholding agent. You know? And I'm not going to get too deep and break down everything for y'all. Like literally, when you understand the tribal life, you understand you creating your congregation, your faith-based organization, whatever it may be, outside the scopes of the United States, outside the public sector, okay? That's what y'all got to understand out the gate. The public, understand the definitions. So y'all can understand that this ain't something I'm making up. You got the public market, you got the private market. You got the open market, you got the private market. The public sector is a part of the economy that is controlled by the government. And then you got the private marketplace. That's the part of the economy that is not under control of the government. The only time the government will interfere is if you're hurting people or doing something illegal, like damaging property or hurting people. This is what you're going to understand when being separate from the United States. being separate, staying out the public, staying in the private. This is how you stay in the private. This is how you stay in the private, all right? Now, go get the book, Financial Freedom, A Guide for Private Investors, because I broke down a lot of game. I just gave you all a small piece, but I know it made sense for everybody. I know it made sense because this is what I do. It's #1 new release on Amazon. Go get it. #1 in securities and consumer law. It's doing numbers. Go get the book. It's going to be worth your investment. If you understand that you're a private investor, you'll learn how to come into the game correctly. Everything you do is an investment. Everything you do is an investment, and you will see a return even from the IRS, even with education. 8863. I'm showing y'all right now. Y'all invest in Don Kalam. Don Kalam will show you how to get those credits back. Don Kalam is a university. Everything's an investment. You're doing it on behalf of the family to better the family trust. Simple as that. 8863. Education credits. I think about more than... I forget more than what y'all do in one day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm showing y'all the game, man. So, education credits, you get credits back. I show you how to get tuition back. You buying books, I show you how to get all of that back. It's all tax credits. I mean, when you learn that you're an investor, you'll learn how to write it off correctly. As simple as that. So let me go over this book, what's in the book, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to let y'all get back to y'all's life. You know, GAAP as an investor versus disputing debts and facing charge-offs, because charge-offs is still income. Securitization is illegal. All right. Understanding recoupment for your true remedy. How to issue shares in a private company. Understand what commercial paper is. Shares versus stocks. Securities. How to register securities. What are exempt securities? Who are the issuer? Types of investors, broker-dealer. Going over agents, investment advisors versus brokers. SEC forms, if you're going to do securities in the public. And what do you have the right to, you know? And foreign investment disclosures. What forms to file with the SEC? There's lots of forms. And how to file it or amend it with the SEC. Understand American Depository Receipts, which are ADRs. Understand security agreements, everything you need to know about security agreements, how to protect yourself, how it works, what is a special purpose vehicle, and why companies form them. Then the main spill of the book is GAAP, Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. You got two different accounting methods. You got cash. When you're an individual, you're still under cash methods. When you're doing a corporation, a company, you do it under accrual methods. And you got to understand how to do accrual accounting. All right? And when you understand accrual accounting, you'll understand double bookkeeping entries. How to change your accounting methods. Form 3115, all right? IRS Form 3115. What is a prospectus? What are accounting methods? Cash basis accounting versus accrual accounting. Accrual bonds, what is it? Zero coupon bonds and coupon bonds. Coupon payments. Who's in charge of accounting law? All the regulatory authorities that you need to contact, including the Federal Trade Commission, FDIC, the FASB, the Financial Accounting Standards Board, Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, which is FINRA. Understand FINRA. And then we got the templates for the audits. That's all in this book right here. It's 352 pages of straight heat, straight sauce. Financial Freedom, a guide for private investors. Make sure y'all tap in and tune in with your boy Don Kalam. Text Private Life to 480-573-4879. I'm going to let y'all get back to y'all's life. Make sure y'all tap in with your boy. Show support. Leave comments. Share with people you find this, that you think is going to find this of value. Peace and love.
Are you ready to unlock the secrets of commerce and build an empire that lasts for generations? Look no further. Introducing $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kalam, your official guide to the private and public side of commerce. In this groundbreaking book, Don Kalam reveals the strategies and insider knowledge you need to create and protect your wealth. Learn how to navigate the intricate world of commerce, master the art of building an empire, and secure a lasting legacy for your family. Get your hands on $1 million worth of game today and embark on a transformative journey toward financial abundance. Don't miss out on the opportunity to build your empire and secure a prosperous future for generations to come. Get ready to conquer the world of commerce. $1 million worth of game by Don Kalam, your ultimate guide to building an empire and leaving a legacy. $1 million worth of game by Don Kalam. Available now. Get your copy and start your journey to generational wealth.